A deal on Dickens, who could resist? A stack of Austen, warmly kissed. Golden Age crime tales twist and turn, every page a treasure to learn. Books keep coming home with me, piles so tall they're all I see. Turn a page and sail the sea, reading always feels so free.
Hi, my name is Talia. Welcome to Talia Nerds Out. Apparently because I like torturing myself and going to the absolute last minute that I possibly can before I do my live streaming of literally the hours in the morning, I'm taking advantage of the fact that I have my camera set up already to go ahead and record another quick video. So this is a book haul of several history books that I've been gathering for a while, been meaning to show. Honestly, there's probably quite a few videos I need to do for book haul just because I haven't been making my videos when the books come in. So the first one that I want to show is In the Dark Streets Shineth, and I think I got this as a free book through Thrift Books. It's David McCullough, a 1941 Christmas Eve story. So I look forward to reading this. Don't know anything else besides what's on here. I'm not sure if I would have purchased it without having the free book credit, simply because it's not a lot of pages, and I probably would have balked at spending much of anything for such a small book. But a free book credit, absolutely worth it. Then the other four books come in themes. So I've been reading Truman. I'm currently on a break for Truman, but I have been reading it. And a couple things came up, and I realized I didn't really know too much about Winston Churchill, and I figured I wanted to read a bit about him. So I have two books that are supposedly, so one I guess is by someone who knew him personally, and this one is the one by Virginia Coles, Winston Churchill, The Era and the Man. So I thought it'd be interesting to, the type is rather small for that. So I thought it'd be interesting from that point of view as someone who I believe knew him. So, and I guess this is focused on his early days. Now this one here is a mammoth, and how many pages is in this one? Okay, so it's like Truman where it's over 1,000 pages. So it'll be a while before I read this one. And this sounded like it was quite it's a landmark biography of Winston Churchill. So I think between these two books, I'll know quite a bit about Churchill when I'm done. Which is good, because mostly what I know is just kind of things I've picked up from other things that I've studied in the era. So, not a whole lot. I really got my interest piqued a little bit with the book on Truman. So, this won't be right away, but I will read this at some point. Now, these two, one of these I've already read, and these two are related in topic. This one is The Ship of Dreams, The Sinking of the Titanic, and the End of the Edwardian Era by Gareth Russell. I read this through Libby initially, and it's one of those books that keeps coming back to mind. And I have one other book that I borrowed from Libby like that, and I ended up picking it up. I've shown it before because it kept coming to my mind. That book had been John Adams' Under Fire, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. This is another one of those books that after I borrowed it, read it, and was done, I couldn't stop thinking about it. And it's like, I just need to break down, own this book, because I know I'm going to want to read it again, because it keeps, I keep remembering things from it. This book really touched me, and just very, there's a lot in here that's really meaningful, very poignant. It was very well drawn. I feel like I knew some of these people on this on the Titanic because of the way that the author presented, but didn't feel like it was too fictionalized or anything like that, where sometimes it feels like the author's like writing a fan fiction or a historical fiction. That didn't give that sort of feel, while still making me very attached to the people involved, of course, many of whom didn't make it. And then this one, I'd heard about this person, I think through a podcast or something. I hadn't realized that there was a book about her, but once I did find out, I went and searched it out. So you always hear about the unsinkable Molly Brown. Well, even more unsinkable than Molly Brown was Violet Jessup. And she survived both the Titanic and Britannic disasters, but she was also on the third sister ship when it almost had a collision. So she had a very bad luck with that line of ships. So Violet Jessup's, I guess this is her memoirs. Now, I have heard a complaint that the person who's put them together, like in his notes, kind of like cast doubt on some of the things that she says, which some people took issue with. I'll see what I think about it as I read it myself. But I've always, ever since I heard about Violet Jessup, I've had some interest in her because of the fact that, well, you hear, like I said, you hear about the unsinkable Molly Brown. You don't necessarily hear about Violet Jessup, who worked on all three of those boats, the Titanic, the Britannic, and the Centennial? I don't remember what the third one was. But yeah, the fact that she survived the two sinkings, and then the one that almost went down is something else. I think I would have kept my feet firmly on land after that and maybe found a different job than stewardessing for this particular line. But yes, that's this short little book haul. I knew that it wasn't going to be a long one, which is why I thought I could slide it in before I had to go live elsewhere. But thank you very much for joining me for my kind of hodgepodge yet semi-topical, for at least, 2 sets of the books, history book haul. I think I have one more that I want to do fairly soon. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time. God bless. Bye.
Books keep coming home with me, piles so tall they're all I see. Turn a page and sail the sea. Reading always feels so free.